everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to sit down and answer a few of the questions that you guys might have from the past 3 years in my life. A little while ago I went to Instagram to ask you guys to ask me questions, and I know it's been a little while. I'm just now getting around to it, but here we are. I'm finally sitting down to go through them. There's not really much else to say other than to just go ahead and get into it, so let's do just that. First question is, did you go to college? If so, where, and what is your major? So yes, I did go to college. I go to the University of Tennessee, and my major is business management, and in the fall, which will be my junior year, I am starting a collateral in entrepreneurship, which I'm really excited about. I really love my major. I guess some back history: when I went in my freshman year, my first semester I was business management. Then my second semester I had this like epiphany and was like, oh my gosh, like I should be pre-med. Like I've always kind of wanted to be a doctor growing up. I wanted to be an orthodontist for a while, but mainly I wanted to be either an eye surgeon or a pediatric cardiologist, which I know are pretty different. But I realized, like, you know, this is what I really want to do, and my fear of not succeeding is holding me back, so I just need to try it. So then, instead of switching majors, I added on pre-medical studies. So I was double majoring in business management and pre-medical studies, which, as you can imagine, was a lot. I actually spent about 16 hours a week volunteering at our local hospital, which is the university hospital. And I burnt out so fast. I realized I did not like it. It was very helpful, actually. I don't regret it at all. I still am fascinated with science and the medical industry and stuff, but I realized what I care about more is creative things, and the right route for me is business, so that I can utilize my creativity to do whatever I want, pretty much. So that's a bit of my history. I know that wasn't the exact question, but I feel like this video can also serve to kind of be like life updates, like what I've been thinking, what my path in life has been so far. So as of right now, I am only business management, and again, I will be starting a collateral in entrepreneurship. Let's see, how do you stay so positive? So this has actually been something that I've had to kind of cultivate over the years, if that makes any sense. Part of the reason that I quit YouTube 3 years ago in the first place was because I was in such a negative, self-critical, dark place, and the only way that I was able to pull myself out of that was literally to stop caring. And I know that sounds kind of backwards. I don't mean like don't care about anything, that's not what I mean at all, but like literally just stop caring what people think about you. Like stop caring what people think about you. I was sucked into that hole so badly. I was so self-critical, and I really think going to college helped this, because in college you're kind of a nobody, and I love that. There aren't the same people from my school every day that I know are watching my videos. Like I don't have to kind of dodge people that I know, and like it's not a weird thing. Like I can totally do me, and like nobody really on campus, like I'm sure people on campus know about it, but like just walking to class, I'm not worried about like, oh my gosh, like what are they thinking about me? Like do they think I'm weird? And even now, if they do, I've just kind of gotten to a point where it's like, you know what, this is my life, like I can do whatever I want with it as long as I'm not hurting anyone. Like I'm just gonna do me. That's kind of become my philosophy over the past year or so, is like I'm just gonna do me. And honestly, it's been great. I would say as well, another way that I've kind of gotten to be more positive, and I will say I'm not sunshine and rainbows all the time. If you guys know a little bit about the Enneagram, or if you've heard about it, I believe I'm actually a type 4. I used to think I was a type 7, which is the enthusiast, happy, sunny all the time. Type 4 is known as the individualist or the artist, which is kind of more like moody and brooding and like wants to be different, which I don't think really applies to me. I don't really think I'm that moody or, you know, dark, but I am very introspective and contemplative. And I'm sorry I'm itching my face so much. I think I have a bug bite right here. But like I do a lot of thinking about life and myself and how I come across to others and how I want to impact the world. And I don't know where I was going with that. And I kind of got to the point where I realized all these little things that I think I care about aren't really what matters. Like what really matters are your friendships and your family, and I'm a Christian, so for me, God. And I know that sounds so cliche, but like the more thinking about it I do and the more I talk to other people, I really realize like that's what matters. I know that was a really long answer, and I hope it made sense because I totally just rambled there, but yeah, hope you like that. Dream car. Thank you for asking a car question. I really appreciate that. I would say right now, oh my gosh, I don't even know. So as you guys probably know, I recently purchased, with the help of my parents, a 2016 BMW M235i. So for the past year and a half, I would say that was my dream car. I kind of have like multiple tiers of dream cars, so that was like my attainable dream car. But I guess I would say a E46 M3. I really want to buy one of those as soon as I can after I graduate from college and like completely build it into a track car. So as of right now, that's my dream car. What's your skincare routine? So my skincare routine pretty much varies from day to day. I'm actually planning on doing a like my general skincare routine morning and night video soon. But I also kind of want to do just a video where I like sit down and talk about my favorite skincare products, because honestly I am so much more into skincare than makeup. Like really, unless I'm filming or like doing somewhere nice, I really don't wear makeup, but I love skincare, so I might even do both of those. So actually comment down below whether you would like to see me do a skincare routine or a my favorite skincare products, or maybe like do each video separately or like do them all together, because I definitely want to do something about skincare. Let's see, how tall are you? I am 5'7.5". This one's kind of fun. Do you paint your own nails, and if so, how do you do the crescent thing? So I don't know if you guys have noticed, this is not going to focus at all. My nails right now are kind of this nude color with a little crescent and dot. They're actually dip powder, which I have been on the dip powder bandwagon for like 2 years now. That's all I've gotten. I get them done about once a month, so I actually went to a new place this past time that I got them done, and I'll try to show them again, but this is not painted on. The girl at the nail salon literally like dipped my nails into the like the black, no, the girl literally dipped my nails into the nude color and then like tapped on the black. Like, it's seamless. I was amazed. That was actually my friend that asked that question, so hey Miles, thank you for asking that. I hope you're actually watching this video. Okay, this one's kind of cool. Top 10 must-haves for your wardrobe. This would actually be a really cool video idea, but off the top of my head, I would say a good high-quality pair of well-fitting jeans, preferably high-waisted, a white tank top. This one's from Target. I'll link it down below, but I have been wearing it all the time since I got it. A white t-shirt, like as in like a v-neck. I don't even know what number I am. 1, 2, 3, 4. A black v-neck. A nice pair of like brown leather shoes. A nice pair of athletic sneakers. A nice pair of leather sneakers. A really nice, like a good, well-made handbag that matches everything. And maybe like a nice pair of denim shorts. That's 10, I think. Are you still struggling with your sleep cycle? I remember you talking about it a long time ago. So for you OG people out there that remember me doing videos, and for you guys that might be newer or don't remember, I have delayed sleep phase disorder, which is basically, I guess a good way to describe it is your days and nights can get flipped. It has to do with your body temperature and your sleep cycle and light. Like, it's pretty complicated. You can read more about it. I guess I could try to explain it really fast if I remember. So basically, and I've explained this in a video before, your body temperature is like here when you're going to bed, and then throughout the night it falls, and then it reaches a certain low point about 2 hours before you wake up, and then it starts rising again as you wake up. But if you are exposed to light anytime before that low point, it can shift your sleep cycle however many minutes. I think it's usually like 15. So back when I was in high school and I had to be there at 8 in the morning, and my sleep schedule, I think my doctor and I determined, was like from 3 a.m. to noon or something, like really ridiculous. It was actually one of the hardest times in my life because obviously I had to get up at 6 every morning, and it just made it worse and worse and worse. But to answer your question, no, I'm not struggling as much. I still do. It really helps that I can make my own schedule in college. I think my earliest class this coming semester is 11 a.m. But also it is kind of something that you grow out of as you get older, so it's gotten a lot better. But I still do kind of struggle with it. What color do you ask for at the salon? So I am actually not a natural blonde. I know. I get my hair balayage, not highlighted or like fully panel dyed. I don't know if that's how you say it, which I really like because that means my roots grow out more evenly, like you can't really tell. Let's see if I can actually find the picture that I showed them last time, which my hair colorist, I love her, she is amazing, and I think she actually did a really good job of making my hair look just like the picture. I showed my colorist this picture from Pinterest, and my hair's a bit lighter than that, but I think she did a really good job. I hear my colorist like asking her assistant to like refill the little like bowl that they use, and I believe that it is Enlightener, which is what they call their bleach at Aveda, number 7 and number 9. But I'm not sure if that's, so I want to go ask your colorist for that in case it's wrong, but I think that's what it is. But I usually just show them a picture. Who is one of your role models? I really like this question. I would say honestly my biggest role model is my mom, and I know that sounds sappy, but I really don't give her enough credit. She's really one of the most intelligent, selfless, driven people, probably the most intelligent, selfless, and driven person that I know in my life. I think I've mentioned this before, she's actually a medical doctor, which is where I found that passion from when I was a little kid. But she went to medical school in the 80s, and she always tells this one story about how when she was in med school, the bathrooms were labeled doctors and nurses, and it was just understood that the doctors was the men's and the women's was the nurses. So when my mom, actually it wasn't when she was in medical school, I think it was her residency, so she's already a doctor, but she would like knock on the door and like barge in and be like, woman coming through, because she was a doctor, she could use it. I always really like that story because it just kind of shows her like determination of like, I'm gonna do what I want and I'm gonna find a way to do it, which is where I think I get some of my drive from. What I admire most about her probably is just her selflessness. I feel like something that I and pretty much every other millennial that I know struggle with is selfishness. Like, I'll be honest about that. I try not to be, but it's really just human nature, and I really don't think my mom has a selfish bone in her body, and I really strive to be more like her. How did you make the decision to go to college and the major you're in, and how do you balance that with other wants and desires that college impacts? Also, what's it like having braces in college? I already answered that first part of the question earlier. How do you balance my major with other wants and desires that college impacts? That's actually something that I'm still struggling with. College does take up a ton of your time. I've talked about this many times before, but I have ADHD, which makes school not that much fun for me. School is really difficult. I joke that I'm like not the school type. Like, I really have to work for it. So I usually don't take that many credit hours. Like, I'm still full-time, but I'm not overloading myself. I did that my second semester and it was terrible. So I really have to focus on school, which doesn't leave me much time for social things and clubs. I think I said this in my first video back, but I am the president of UT's car club, so I do devote a lot of time to that and like car club stuff. Honestly, the majority of my friends are from the car club. You just kind of have to find what works for you. I'm more of a night owl, so a lot of times I will do my schoolwork at night and then spend the day working on my responsibilities for the club, or, you know, obviously going to class as well. What really helped me was at my school, and I don't know if all colleges are like this, but classes are either Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday. So I have all of my classes on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which leaves me the weekend and Tuesdays and Thursdays free that I can kind of catch up and do what I need to do on those days, not have to worry about going to class. So my routine is kind of like, if I have an exam or a quiz coming up, I'll study on those 2 days and do homework on those days, and then just devote my class days to like going to class and reading over the notes that I took in class. But this coming semester at UT's business school, the upperclassmen don't have class on Fridays, so all my classes are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but since we don't have classes on Friday, I only have class on Monday, Wednesday, which is super exciting. So hopefully I will have a lot more free time in the fall to do more social things and finally make more friends and focus more on YouTube. I would really like to have more time to actually like be able to sustain it. And to answer that last part of the question, what is it like to have braces in college? So I actually only got my braces back on, I think like barely over a month ago now, so I have yet to go back into college with braces. Hopefully it won't affect me. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, I've just kind of stopped caring what other people think about me, which is such a relief. But I probably will be self-conscious at times. And yes, before you ask, I will be doing a whole video on my braces, why I have them. I guess I'll just say up front, I'm getting jaw surgery in December. So although my teeth are perfectly straight, it's to line them up to prepare for that surgery. But again, I could take forever to explain it, so I'm gonna do a whole video on that. Here's another question. When are your braces coming off? So like I just said, got them back on like a little over a month ago, and then my jaw surgery is in December, and then I think you have to have your braces on for like 6 months after that, but I think that's the maximum. So I'm hoping to get them off around like February or March of next year. But we'll see. It definitely won't be more than a year from now. Did you join a sorority? So yes, I actually did join a sorority, and I want to do a whole video about this because I feel like my experience was very unique. I rushed, I joined a sorority, I really liked my sorority, but I kind of had like a quarter-life crisis. I guess I should also backstory. I never really wanted to go to UT in the first place, but my mom works for them, so we get a really good discount, so it kind of just it didn't really make sense for me to go anywhere else. So when I got to UT, I was like, oh my gosh, I hate this. Like I need to go somewhere else. I need to get out. Also, especially since UT is in my hometown. So I was wholly convinced that I was going to transfer. Like I'd filled out my application, like I was looking at housing, but I still wanted to be part of Greek life. And the chapter that I was part of did not have a chapter at the school that I was planning on transferring to. So I, in my freak out, dropped my sorority before I officially pledged so that I could actually rush again. I think I was in it for like maybe a month or so, not long at all. So I don't like, and honestly, that's kind of one of my biggest regrets is dropping it, because I think I really would have liked it. I liked all the girls in it, like they were really good girls, it was really fun, and I really liked it. Again, I really liked it. But, you know, I would like to rush again as a junior. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'm actually going to do it, but I do miss that. What's your favorite quote? Oh man, okay. I have a lot of quotes that I really like. Just off the top of my head, this has been one that has been very relevant to my life recently, and starting back YouTube, it's kind of been a whirlwind. Like I was saying to my boyfriend last night, I literally went from 0 to 100. Like I just jumped right in it. So I've been having to remind myself, her success is not your failure. I've read that quote time and time before, but just seeing all of the other people on YouTube, like how well they're doing, I have to remind myself, like, I'm doing fine. And I think it's kind of an adjustment period, because to be real, like I'm getting less views, less comments, less interactions than I did when I quit, which is totally justified. Like that makes sense. I'm not mad about that. Like I expected it, but it's kind of hard like to get back into it and like seeing all the people around me doing so well. And I'm like, why am I not doing that? Well, you quit for 3 years, that's why. So I'm really having to remind myself, like, I'm doing just fine. If I work hard enough, like, of course I can get to that point. But just because people around me are successful doesn't mean that I'm doing something wrong. Where have you been, and why haven't you posted in years? Where do you want to live after college, and what are you studying / dream job? So I've had a dream since I've had a dream since I was probably like 14 to live in London, and I kind of lost track of that dream just in getting caught up in life and school and everything, but recently it has come back strong. Like I'm like, I need to be there. So I really want to live in London when I graduate, which I know is a reach, but I feel like if I start planning for it now, like looking for jobs, figuring out what I need to do, like how taxes work there, like how to get a visa. I don't know. I think I could do it, even though it is the most expensive city to live in the world. But I've been there twice before, and every time I'm just like, this city is me. Like it speaks to my heart. I love London. It would be a dream to live there. Are you dating anyone? And if so, have you talked about marriage? So yes, I am dating someone. His name is Ben. He's been in a few of my vlogs already, so you've probably seen him. We have been dating for 14 months now, and we have talked about marriage like very, very casually. I'm still in college, so you know, that's still a few years in the distance. I would like for it to get to that point, and I think we're on a really good path. Cute little fact, we actually met through the car club, so I don't know, I think it's kind of cute. But yes, where is that sofa from? So this sofa right here is actually thrifted. I am so proud of this find. I think I got it like a month ago. I really haven't had it long at all, but I paid $30 for it, and it is like this really pretty pink satin. And it's the perfect size in front of my window here. I absolutely love it. I wish I could like give you guys a link to it, but it's funny. My sister and I were thrifting, and I was like, you know, I really want to find a couch for my room. And I kind of had in my mind like pink velvet couch. I saw one on, I think I saw one on article.com that was so pretty, but obviously Article's kind of expensive. So we walked in and like went to the furniture section, and the first thing I saw was this couch, and I was just like, no way. So I had to buy it. I'm so proud of this find. What's a piece of advice you would give to a rising senior in high school? Enjoy your time. I was never really one of those people that was like, oh, I can't wait to get out of here. Like I kind of was. And then when I went to college my first semester, I was kind of like, I miss high school. Like I miss everyone. And my friends were like, you miss high school? So really hold on to it and kind of like lock down any friendships that you have, because part of the reason honestly that my freshman year was so difficult for me was because I felt like I had a lot of friends through school that were kind of like in school friends only, like we never hung out outside of school, and then they went out of state for college, and it was, you know, kind of weird to like text them or be like, hey, we should meet up when you're back in town. And so I feel like I really lost a lot of my casual friends. So like spend that time trying to get closer to people. And I don't know, like for me, I found myself often just kind of like taking a step back and reflecting on life, which again, like I said, I'm kind of more of an introspective type. Time flies. I am already halfway through college, which even still, like every time I say it out loud, I'm like, what? But yeah, like you grow up so fast, and I don't know, I'd say like have fun too. Like stressing about college applications and scholarships and stuff, like obviously that's justified, that's stuff you have to do, but like, you know, maybe if you have to, like if your friends want to get dinner or like do something fun and you have a quiz the next day, like it might be worth it to skip studying for that quiz to hang out with your friends, because, you know, in the end, you're not going to remember if you made a bad grade on that quiz, but you will remember the fun times that you had with your friends. Alright, so my battery light is flashing, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I answered some of your questions. I hope you learned a little bit about me, and most of all, I hope you enjoyed this. I know I ramble a lot, but I don't know. I'm just having fun. I'm really enjoying filming this. So comment down below what videos you want to see from me. I'm still asking you guys just because I kind of want to get a feel of what you like, or like any pointers or things that you would like to see me to do, because again, I'm making this content for you guys. I want to film what you want to see. And if you enjoyed this video, of course subscribe. I think the button is down there. It's been a while since I've done this. And also follow my social media, which is in the down bar. And if you want to be part of my next Q&A, I will probably be asking questions on Instagram again, so follow me and follow all of my other social media as well. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.